Egyptian
Do
plates.
you believe that Tyler Robinson murdered your husband?
Yes, I do.
Why do you think it is so hard for so many people to believe that reality?
I've seen the autopsy report. I've seen our case pulled together.
Think that these people are not humans, that they're sentinels that maybe look like humans. That's
Erika Kirk just completely snapped. After Candace Owens released fresh information about an alleged scheme to hide the truth behind the real Charlie Kirk shooter, everything went absolutely chaotic. Now, Candace is openly claiming Erika needs serious professional help, saying she doesn't even act human anymore. It seems like Candace finally reached her absolute breaking point, after realizing that meeting Erika face-to-face was a complete waste of her time. Why? Because according to Candace, Erika is back to her old playbook, deflecting, denying, and straight-up gaslighting everyone. Again, here's where it gets absolutely wild.
But we serve a just God, and I rest easy in knowing that He's sovereign, but He's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
Candace is now alleging that TPUSA spokesperson Andrew Colvett actually joined forces with Erika to set her up with a phony alibi for her location during that highly classified military meeting that happened just one day before Charlie's assassination attempt. Apparently, an eyewitness spotted Erika at a hotel near the military base that night. Andrew even shared a photograph Erika sent him as supposed proof that she was home with her children. But now that picture is being heavily questioned. Was it staged? Manipulated digitally? And people are seriously starting to wonder what's real. But hold on, it gets even crazier from here. Andrew Colvett had once claimed the surgeon who operated on Charlie called it a miracle that the bullet never exited his body. Turns out, according to Candace, that quote didn't come from any surgeon at all.
So this guy just starts live reading the messages that are coming in from Andrew Colvett, where he proceeds to give an alibi that no one asked for. He's like, this is what Erika was doing on September 9th. Okay, the guy said he saw her on the 8th. It's kind of like the Brian Harpole, where they're just like giving us alibis for times that we're not talking about. Again, I wasn't even necessarily pressuring them for an alibi, but he then proceeds to walk him through what Erika was doing on September 9th, and he's pretending like she doesn't even know what Fort Huachuca was, even though her mother has a contract with the Department of Defense and would have obviously had to have been familiar with Fort Huachuca, which is in her backyard, and in Turning Point USA's backyard as well. Notice that's Erika's hand. So that means Erika, the CEO of Turning Point USA, is directing the spokesperson of Turning Point USA, Andrew Colvett, to send her alibi.
It came straight from Erika's mouth. What? Why would Erika fabricate something like that? And here's the massive question everyone's asking. If she's really Charlie's grieving widow, why isn't she demanding full transparency from everyone? Instead of desperately trying to shut everything down completely, the deeper this investigation goes, the darker it gets. This isn't just a scandal anymore. It's starting to feel downright sinister and suspicious. Candace Owens is coming for Erika Kirk again, and this time it's absolutely explosive. Despite both of them once claiming their 4-hour meeting went great, Candace is now putting Erika right in the middle of the alleged plot tied to Charlie's incident. Erika apparently told Candace to chill with the conspiracy theories, saying it might mess with the jury in the case against Tyler Ruth, the man accused of targeting Charlie. But here's the twist that changes everything. Candace has never believed Tyler was the actual shooter. And honestly, she's not the only one questioning this. A ton of people have been giving the FBI's official story serious side-eye since day one. Something's not adding up at all. Now, this is where things get real serious. On her podcast, Candace dropped a bomb saying she doesn't buy Erika's alibi for where she was on September 8th, just 2 days before Charlie's assassination attempt. And that's when the story blew wide open. Mitch Snow, a retired U.S. Army staff member, came on Candace's show and claimed that back in September 2025, right before Charlie's incident, he was stationed at Fort Huachuca in Arizona. While there, he allegedly saw people tied to Turning Point USA. And get this, he said he was 95 to 99% sure. One of them was Erika Kirk herself. That's absolutely huge. If what Mitch says is true, that means Erika was possibly somewhere she definitely didn't admit to being. And that could change absolutely everything. These accusations are no joke whatsoever. They're serious, but instead of coming out to clear the air publicly, Erika Kirk has stayed totally silent.
The person that was on that phone that said that quote was actually Erika. Erika claims Andrew went rogue and also the surgeon went rogue and violated HIPAA. My source says that no, the surgeon did not violate HIPAA, and he never said that.
There's a picture of Erika Kirk with a ponytail, and from her past. That person matches who I saw at Fort Huachuca in the lobby the night before.
It looks like she let her TPUSA team handle the damage control for her, and that move only made things look way worse. Right after Candace's podcast episode with Mitch Snow aired, TPUSA's spokesperson Andrew Calvert apparently slid into a YouTuber's DMs. He shared a photo showing two kids on a phone screen, their faces covered by someone's finger. This was supposed to prove Erika was with her kids during that secret military meeting at Fort Huachuca. But that so-called evidence didn't sit right with Candace, not one bit. Candace clapped back on X and exposed a major issue nobody else caught. Andrew's so-called proof was for the wrong date entirely. She posted, "Andrew Calvert is live texting with a YouTuber offering proof that Erika wasn't at some fort. He shares Erika's metadata claiming she had dinner with Charlie Kirk and therefore could not have been at Fort Huachuca. Only problem, it's her metadata and schedule for September 9th. Andrew is being intentionally deceptive. He clearly understands the allegation made is that she was seen on September 8th. Why the intentional disinformation?" Candace didn't stop there at all. She questioned why Andrew didn't just message her directly with that photo instead of sneaking into a random YouTuber's inbox. That's sketchy behavior. And then she dropped the question everyone's been whispering. Why is everyone being so intentionally evasive about Fort Huachuca specifically? Something about this whole situation feels off, like there's a piece of the puzzle they really don't want anyone to see clearly. After Candace's post went viral across platforms, things spiraled even faster. Erika Kirk still didn't say a single word publicly, not even to deny the accusations being thrown at her. Instead, her team started pushing this narrative that Candace was obsessed and spreading lies for attention. But come on, that's a weak move. When the timeline keeps tripping them up constantly, people online started digging deeper into everything, and that's when new screenshots surfaced.
He was the one who issued that tweet and quoted the surgeon. I then told you that the surgeon never said that. That was not a quote from the surgeon. What I didn't tell you was that according to my source, which I trust very much, the person that was on that phone that said that quote was actually Erika. Erika claims Andrew went rogue and also the surgeon went rogue and violated HIPAA. My source says that no, the surgeon did not violate HIPAA and he never said that, but he answered Andrew Calvert's questions because Erika was on the phone, and that the Superman quotation came from her.
Messages between Andrew Calvert and another insider suggesting there was serious panic behind the scenes at TPUSA right after Candace's podcast aired. The messages hinted that someone was scrambling to fix the dates before anyone noticed the mismatch. That sounds shady, right? Candace wasted no time addressing that too. She went live saying, if there's nothing to hide, why keep editing dates and deleting posts? She even showed receipts of what looked like metadata inconsistencies from Erika's phone backup files that were supposedly altered the day after Charlie's assassination attempt. The comment section blew up instantly with reactions. Now, insiders are whispering that this isn't just about a bad alibi anymore. It's about who's pulling the strings behind the scenes strategically. Some believe higher-ups in TPUSA might have stepped in to control the story before it could go public. But if that's true, what are they trying so hard to bury at this point? The silence from Erika's side is only making it look worse with each passing day. Every time she avoids addressing the claims directly, people start connecting even darker dots. The whole thing's turning into a full-blown storm, and everyone's wondering who's about to get exposed next. That photo of the two kids that was supposed to back up Erika's alibi? Yeah, it's raising serious eyebrows everywhere. People are asking whose kids are those really? Charlie's son is only 1-year-old, yet the boy in that photo looks way older than that age. That tiny detail has now blown up the whole story. Because if that photo doesn't match up, then what else are they faking? Online, people are starting to say this whole thing feels like a Fed operation slip-up in a peace psyop script. How do you mess up something as basic as the date when the entire controversy depends on it? That's not just sloppy anymore. That's looking like deliberate misdirection tactics. Folks are pointing fingers straight at TPUSA handlers, saying they're scrambling to bury anything that leads back to Fort Huachuca. And let's be real for a second. If Candace Owens was truly just spinning wild conspiracies out of thin air, they'd laugh it off and move on, right? But that's not what's happening at all. Instead, we're seeing chaos, fake alibis, date mix-ups, and shady attempts to shift the whole conversation somewhere else. The panic is showing clearly. A lot of people online now think Erika's the one steering this whole cover-up operation.
A picture of Erika Kirk with a ponytail, and from her past. That person matches who I saw at Fort Huachuca in the lobby the night before. And she was with that man in the lobby. And that man, he was present at that meeting. Those are really rare eyes. That's 95 to 99%. I can't imagine somebody else.
One user on X wrote, Erika Kirk directed Andrew Colvett to release her alibi through a YouTuber. Like, why go through all that? If there's nothing to hide? Innocent people don't move like that strategically. Another user dropped a brutal line. Lying is unproductive unless you've got some nasty skeletons in your closet. Oof. And honestly, that's exactly how it's looking right now. The whole narrative is starting to collapse completely, and Erika's name is sitting right in the middle of it. People are now calling Erika Ms. Jezebel, claiming she's not acting like a true Christian at all, but more like some kind of operative working an angle. And get this, the Fort Huachuca drama isn't even the only thing she's supposedly trying to cover up. Candace Owens just dropped another bomb exposing a brand new twist that smells like straight-up misdirection. So here's the deal. Andrew Colvett once told a story that sounded wild from the start. He claimed a surgeon who tried to save Charlie said it was a miracle. The bullet didn't exit his body and even compared Charlie to Superman. Like seriously, Superman? From day one, people were giving that claim serious side-eye, wondering where that story even came from. Well, Candace just revealed she did some digging. And surprise, surprise, the story didn't come from any surgeon at all. It didn't even start with Andrew. According to Candace, that dramatic Superman line came straight from Erika herself. So now everyone's asking the obvious question. Why would Erika create such a strange, emotional story out of thin air? Was it to distract people from asking harder questions about what really happened to Charlie? Because at this point, it's looking like every layer Candace uncovers just pulls Erika deeper into the mess. After Candace's latest reveal, social media went into a complete frenzy. People couldn't believe that the Superman story, the one meant to make Charlie look like some kind of miracle survivor, might have been completely fabricated. The moment Candace mentioned Erika as the real source, the comment sections exploded with theories, screenshots, and people demanding answers immediately. What's even crazier is that more insiders are now stepping forward with information. One anonymous account claiming to be a former TPUSA contractor said they remember internal discussions about keeping the public narrative tight. Right after Charlie's incident, they allegedly hinted that Erika was the one approving every message before it went out, like she was managing the storyline herself. That's wild. Meanwhile, Candace isn't letting up pressure at all. She said on her podcast, if Erika really had nothing to hide, she'd sit down and clear the record instead of letting other people talk for her. And she's absolutely right. Silence only fuels suspicion among observers. Every new explanation from TPUSA seems to twist the story even more, and it's making people think there's a lot more under the surface than anyone's admitting. Now, folks online are asking if Erika's operative label might actually have some truth behind it. Between the false alibi, the date confusion, and the fake surgeon quote, everything's pointing toward a deeper cover-up that's been carefully staged from the beginning. At this point, it's not just about who pulled the trigger. It's about who's been controlling the story ever since. And judging by what's unfolding, Erika Kirk's name keeps landing right in the center of it all, like she's playing a role no one was supposed to notice. After all these shocking twists, things have gone from suspicious to downright chilling. Candace Owens has now hinted that the entire narrative around Charlie's incident might have been rewritten from day one, and the person guiding that rewrite could have been Erika Kirk herself. That claim sent the internet into total chaos mode. Screenshots and audio clips started popping up online, supposedly showing internal chats between TPUSA staff discussing how to control Candace's angle. One alleged message even said, "We can't let her connect the Fort Huachuca timeline." That line alone had people losing their minds, because if that's true, then someone inside was actively trying to hide something massive. Candace took that and ran with it hard. She went live again saying, every time new evidence surfaces, Erika goes quiet, and suddenly someone from her circle shows up with a new distraction. It's a pattern. And honestly, she's got a point there. Every time the heat turns up, a new story suddenly drops to change the subject. Coincidence? Doesn't look like it. Now, more viewers are starting to think this goes deeper than just Erika's personal motives. Some are suggesting she might be protecting people way higher up, people who have the power to make stories disappear completely. And the weirdest part, no one from TPUSA's leadership has stepped up to shut it all down or defend Erika directly in public. That silence speaks volumes at this stage. The question isn't just what happened at Fort Huachuca. It's who's been working overtime to keep the truth buried from everyone. The more this story unfolds, the clearer it becomes that Erika's not just a player in the chaos, she might be the one holding the entire script together. So, now we've got Erika dodging every single question about Fort Huachuca, faking alibis, and even pushing bizarre stories about Charlie's body somehow stopping a bullet. It's wild, and yet the official autopsy report still nowhere to be found anywhere. People online are straight up wondering if an autopsy even happened at all, because after everything that's come out, the silence is way too suspicious. And Erika's behavior since Charlie's incident. Let's just say it's got people talking nonstop. Some are calling her the happiest widow ever, but others say it's not just her acting happy. There's something darker underneath it all. Like, why on earth would Erika allow TPUSA to set up a replica of the very tent where Charlie got attacked at festivals of all places, and charge people to take selfies inside? That's beyond tone deaf. It's creepy as hell. Think about it seriously. That's like Jackie O showing up to a rally just months after JFK's assassination and letting fans take pictures in the backseat of the limo. Who would even think that's okay? It's giving cold and calculated vibes, not grief or humanity. No wonder Candace Owens is saying Erika and the TPUSA crew running things after Charlie don't even seem human anymore. She said they act like robots trying to mimic human emotions. And honestly, that's exactly how it looks to everyone watching. The whole thing feels eerie, off, and downright chilling. If you've been following this wild story, drop a comment with what you think really happened. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people see what's unfolding. And as always, see you on the next one.